Kita boleh melakar manifesto atau program, tetapi ianya boleh hanya dianggap serius sekiranya pembaca atau rakyat meyakini, percaya, dan ada elemen trust. Oleh demikian, berbeda dengan Manifesto Barisan Nasional, pernyataan longgar, kita melakar dengan mengambil kira keyakinan rakyat, aspirasi rakyat, dan keupayaan kita sebagai kerajaan baru, kerajaan rakyat yang baru insya-Allah untuk melaksanakan. Saya ingin menyebut kritikan yang paling utama ialah pertama, ianya populis. Kedua, bahawa ianya tidak bertanggungjawab kerana akan membebankan, dan kalau ikut kenyataan pimpinan Barisan Nasional akan memufliskan atau menyebabkan ekonomi negara menjadi bankrupt. Pertama, saya ingin sebut semua manifesto, semua dasar negara mesti populis sifatnya, mesti pro rakyat, dan kita jangan bermaaf atau apologetik setiap kali dasar kita itu pro rakyat. Kita terlalu lama pro kita menolak populisme itu kalau ianya retorik, sekadar menarik perhatian rakyat tetapi tidak bertanggung jawab. Apa salahnya kalau dasar ekonomi itu pro rakyat, yang memenuhi cita rasa aspirasi rakyat? Apa arti kebebasan dan demokrasi kalau dasarnya itu tidak pro rakyat? Sekarang ini orang tidak kritik bahawa dasar kita itu dasar pro keluarga, pro family and crony, dan pro golongan kaya. Dan sebab itu kita harus betulkan ianya harus pro rakyat, dan di Selangor umpamanya sekali mengatakan merakyatkan ekonomi. Yang kedua, keupayaan. Saya percaya sudah Rafizi boleh menyambung kerana saya terpaksa bergegas. Tak lama di sini saya dah minta izin dari Ambika tadi untuk menjelaskan cara prinsip. Tetapi tiap pengumuman besar itu kita diberikan andaian kos, implikasi kos. Every specific announcement we make has taken into consideration of the cost implications. PTPTN, for example, we computed a cost of 6 billion ringgit a year in addition to the existing expenditure for education and higher education ministries. Now, to me, this is not excessive. We are not building a new township or a new tower, a new prestigious symphony orchestra building, whatever. This is a priority as far as we're concerned. I see education as a major priority in our program. Of course, we start off with the attempt to reduce the price of petroleum and gas because our accrued revenue is huge annually. We are a net exporter and not importer of oil and gas. And that is suffice to explain that we are at the capacity to then regulate, so to ease the burden of the consumers. But the main thrust of our program is again democratization of access to quality education. What do you mean by democratization of access? If the poor are declined, if the marginalized, including the Ibans or the Kadazans in the highlands, or the orang asli, or those in the remote heartland among the Malays, or the poor Chinese, or the Indian estate workers, do not have the opportunity to just study, no, to complete, but only to have an access to this education. That is why democratization of education is meaningless if it is not free and readily accessible from primary to university level. And then, as an example, in our manifesto regarding the PTPTN, people say, and you know, the UMNO youth and UMNO leaders continue preaching to us, hectoring to us. Why Pakatan leaders are deemed so irresponsible as to encourage people to borrow and not pay? PTPTN is an example. Never mind the cow condo, never mind Perwaja, never mind the mass fiasco that you can borrow and steal without ever thinking of returning the funds. A short caveat to that, may I tell you this: there should not be retributive justice. Malice towards none, but no way can we excuse them if they are found to be stealing public funds, which means forgive yes, forget no. I've forgiven Rahim, no, I've forgiven Mahathir, but I will not allow petroleum contract to be monopolized by Mozani's company. Operated by Rafizi and gang would not exceed 6 billion ringgit. Revenue from petroleum and palm oil comes to about 150 billion ringgit a year. Spending on education at the cost of 6 billion ringgit a year would not lead the country to bankruptcy. But corruption, stealing, massive commissions, that would certainly be a drain for the national economy. So, without additional expenditure, just looking at the Auditor General's report, annual report by the Auditor General, suffice to suggest that leakages, excessive spending and corruption has caused a loss of about 20 billion ringgit a year. So if we have a government that is prudent, transparent and not corrupt, I believe inshallah we can resolve most of the problems and issues that we have, particularly in relation to education. Jadi saya jawab dua persoalan ini sebagai dalam mukadimah ini untuk menjelaskan bahawa ianya tidak boleh dianggap hanya sekadar program populer, kerana program pro rakyat itu mesti ditegakkan. Kenapa kita harus ambil sikap macam kapitalis par excellence, bahawa setiap kali ada dasar yang pro rakyat itu seolah salah? Kalau pro YTL, pro Set Mokhtar, pro Genting, pro Ananda Krishnan, okey. Pro rakyat, populis. Jadi sebab itu saya betulkan salah tanggapan ini. Keduanya soal keupayaan kita berbelanja. Ya, saya pernah jadi Menteri Keuangan 8 tahun. Saya tidak terlalu pintar, tapi saya tidak bodoh untuk memahami bahawa kita ada keupayaan kalau kita dapat urus ekonomi dengan cermat, dengan berhemat dan elak daripada ketirisan, kebocoran, pembaziran dan yang lebih parah, rasuah yang menular.